What's up, guys? George back again to do another episode of Nerd Alert. This is episode number 4 for February 2016. I got a few movies to review this time. Not too. I didn't get any toys this month. Haven't really been looking for anything. I got a few comics, a few cool magazines, a few old school comics. So we'll jump right into it. First off, we're gonna do the movies. I got a screener for the new movie Creed. I thought this was fantastic. I'm a huge Rocky fan. I love the first two films. I love Rocky Balboa, the film Rocky Balboa. And I gotta say, this one is probably better than Rocky Balboa was. Michael B. Jordan plays Adonis Creed, who's like the illegitimate son of Apollo Creed. He has a rough life growing up. He's foster home to foster home. Felicia Rashad plays Apollo's wife in the movie. She finds out about Adonis and goes and gets him out of the foster home to raise him as her own. Later on in life, he wants to become a boxer. He's a great amateur boxer. Comes to Philly to have to try to persuade Rocky to train him. So Rocky kind of becomes Mickey in this film. I thought it was fantastic. Rocky won a Golden Globe. Sylvester Stallone won a Golden Globe for it, and I believe he's up for an Oscar for this film. I think Michael B. Jordan probably should have been nominated for an Oscar as well, but what are you gonna do? Definitely, if you love the first two Rocky films and Rocky Balboa, the film Rocky Balboa, you'll love Creed. I thought it was fantastic. I can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray. Next up, people have been telling me to check out this TV show now for 2-3 years. When it comes to sitcoms, I'm not, I don't watch a lot. I watch a lot of stuff on the History Channel and, obviously like music stuff. I'm like hooked on Oak Island, and there's a new one starting now about $1 billion wreckage or something like that, about a shipwreck from over 100 years ago that's starting this week. But as far as sitcoms go, I only watch a couple. People have been telling me to watch this for a couple years now. Haven't had the opportunity or really wanted to. This takes place in Philadelphia. I got the first season of the Goldbergs. This one stars Wendy McLendon Covey, and Jeff Garlin as the parents. Has George Segal as the grandfather. Takes place in the 80s. So, I mean, if you're an 80s kid or a late 70s kid like I am, this show is hysterical. It's fantastic. I got this on Amazon for cheap just to check it out, because it's not available on like Netflix yet or anything like that. If you're from Philly, you'll get a lot of the references in it. I don't know, man. I just thought this was funny. I'll be getting probably season. I haven't gotten through the whole season yet. I'm like halfway through. Really funny TV show, but definitely check out the Goldbergs. All right, now on to some horror films. This one just came out. It stars Henry Rollins. It's called He Never Died. This is a fantastic film. Independently shot. Obviously, it was direct to DVD. No Blu-ray as far as I can tell right now. But it's basically Henry Rollins is kind of like this loner. It almost starts out like he's some kind of hitman or something like that, but then it turns, you find out who he really is or what he really is. He can't be killed. He'll get shot, he'll get stabbed, and basically, he'll regenerate, I guess. But his daughter shows up, which he never knew he had. And I can't say too much about it without giving a lot of the film away, but it's definitely an action horror type thing. I wouldn't say that much horror, but more I don't want to say a drama because it's not, but it's definitely got horror elements to it and a little bit of comedy. He's so dry in it, but he's so fantastic. I mean, Henry Rollins is so fantastic in this film. Definitely, if you get the opportunity or see this out for, $10 or something like that. Like I said, I haven't seen a Blu-ray schedule of this yet, which is unfortunate, but really killer film. He never died. Next up, I got a couple Blu-rays here. I just watched this last week. This was okay. This was better than I thought it was going to be. It's called Last Shift. Rookie cop, female cop, is her first night on the job. She has to keep an eye on a closing police department. They're moving. The building's moving. The precinct is moving. And it's the last night in the old precinct, and just weird shit starts happening. Her father was a cop before her and was killed by a group of serial killers, kind of like the Manson family, that were into satanic stuff. And apparently, in the old precinct where she's working that night is the precinct that this family apparently hung themselves. So their spirits are kind of still in the precinct. But I thought it was very well done. It's a little bit creepy parts here and there, kind of predictable parts here and there as well. But it's definitely worth a watch. I think this is on Netflix now. Or you can find this. I believe this is only available at Best Buy on Blu-ray. I could be wrong. Maybe it is on Amazon, but I know one of these was only a Best Buy exclusive, but I can't remember which one it was. But definitely give Last Shift a chance. Especially if you have Netflix, you can definitely check it out there. Next up is one of my favorite movies. It's from 1990. This was just released on Blu-ray within the last year, but I finally got the opportunity to watch it. I've had it since it came out, and that's The Exorcist 3. I thought this was an amazing film. It holds up today. There's some creepy jump scares in it. I mean, everybody should kind of know what The Exorcist 3 stars. George C. Scott. I hear there is an extended director's cut of this film being worked on to be put out on Blu-ray at some point. Man, some of this film was creepy as hell, but I love this film. It's basically, everybody should know what The Exorcist 3 is. It's the demon comes back. I can't say anymore. It's an amazing film. Everyone needs to see Exorcist 3. Don't go see don't bother with Exorcist 2. That movie sucked ass. I have this in the box set, but I got this for dirt cheap. I had an Amazon gift card. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. This is the unrated producer's cut. Definitely different scenes, different ending than the original one. Originally it was going to be called The Origin of Michael Myers. Halloween 666. That didn't happen, obviously. They probably should have called this Blu-ray that, not to confuse people. If you don't, if it's sitting in the shelf like that, you're not going to know it's the unrated director's cut, or producer's cut. This has been making the rounds in bootlegs for years. I've had different copies of it for years, but they've always looked like shit. This one looks fantastic. They kept some of the old, the original makeup and effects in it. But if you've never seen this version of this film, this is probably one of my favorite Halloween films to begin with, other than the first two. I thought Halloween 4 and 5 were just okay. But obviously, I think you kind of need to see them, or at least 5, to know what's going on in this one. Kind of. But fantastic film. I love this film a lot. I watch this religiously every Halloween, even in not on Halloween. I'll pop this in every now and then. But I'm very happy. It only took about 20 years for this to come out. But again, the extended producer's cut, definitely check that out if you haven't yet. The last Blu-ray I got was a nice indie film. I believe it's Australian. It's on Dark Sky Films. I'm just looking to see where it was shot real quick. It doesn't say. Deathgasm. It's a heavy metal. I call it the heavy metal Evil Dead. I mean, it's kind of has that vibe to it, the Evil Dead vibe. I thought this was a lot of fun. I thought it was funny as hell, gory as hell. Man, really good film. I thought it was fantastic. The Blu-ray looks like a little record, or a DVD, I guess. Actually, looks like a record. It's got the label. There's the alternate. That's probably the cover you'll see in the stores if you're looking for it. I like this cover better, so I switched it around. There's the mini. Looks like a mini record. Pretty cool. Anyway, follows a new kid. Kid comes to a new town. Basically, has a couple friends in there. They want to start a band. They find sheet music, play the sheet music, and all hell breaks loose. Apparently it's this, like a summoning of a demon, but really killer film. I thought the makeup in it was great. I don't know if that'll focus or not. Definitely check out Deathgasm. I thought it was great. Probably my favorite one of this batch. But definitely a killer film. If you like Evil Dead and you like heavy metal, you'll absolutely love this film. So this goes out to all my VC friends and family. Check out Deathgasm. Alright, now on to some magazines, comics, and all that shit. All that happy horse shit. I'm going to do some comics first. I picked up 2 copies. These were $1 each. Detective Deadpool. Since the movie's coming out, they've been releasing some weird Deadpool titles. I think they're one-offs. That was okay. And this one is Uncanny Deadpool. This was alright too. I don't know. I'm not feeling the new comics anymore. I don't know. They're just silly, I guess. I like sticking to the old shit, man. Just like probably most of us here. And The Walking Dead number 150. And of course, being the nerd that I am, I had to pick up all the different covers. There's the regular cover, apparently. Another different cover. I know there's like 12 or something. I only picked up 4. And one to mimic the first issue. That's kind of what the first issue looked like. Pretty good story in this one. Definitely leads up to something big's gonna go down, I think. I mean, that's the way it seems. I don't know. That Negan, he's a piece of work. It just seems like he's still in prison, but he's just talking shit to everybody, and I don't know. It's gonna end badly for somebody. So definitely check that out if you're into the wall. I'm sure if you read The Walking Dead, you probably have it. All right, now it's just some older things. I picked this up. This is from January 1975. This is issue number 1 of Weird Tales in the Macabre. Pretty killer, horror, black and white, kind of like creepy. I'm like so into these things right now. It's ridiculous. I haven't bought any in a couple weeks now, but kind of slow down. But when I see the issues that I'm looking for. I have a whole list of issues that I'm looking for. I actually went through and wrote down every ones that I need, every issue that I need of creepy and eerie. I got problems, but this is killer. I got this at the local comic shop for like $3 or something like that. Cool mid-70s comic. Whoa, hello. Issue number. This is no issue number on this one. Anyway, this is Shock, Chilling Tales of Horror and Suspense. Pretty killer. I can't remember when this is from. I want to say it looks like it's from the 60s, but I don't think it is. I think it was more like the 70s. Yeah, 1971. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool old school, comic magazine, as they were called then. So I picked that up. I never saw this title before. So I went with some titles that I've never seen before. Picked up another issue of Psycho. This is number 13 from July 1973. So that's one I needed. I wrote all the Psychos down too, just so I know what I need if I see them. I love that cover. And a comedy magazine in the tradition of Mad. This is from March of 1978. This is Trash, issue number 1. And it says, "We mess with Mad." So I guess they were trying to compete with Mad magazine. Obviously did not work. Never seen this before. I don't even know if there's any other issues of this magazine. But I figured I have a huge Mad magazine collection from the 60s and the 70s and some 80s. So I figured I'd just add this to them. Pretty funny. There's some funny bits in it. This just came out. It's a brand new issue of The Creeps. Issue number 5 finally arrived. I believe it's a couple pages thicker than previous issues. I could be way off. It just seemed like it to me. I think this just came out probably over the weekend, like last Friday, something like that. So I was happy to find this. This was the last issue at Barnes & Noble, which is crazy because they've had, I don't know, 10 issues of the other volume of number 4. They sold out, but it didn't sell out as fast as this one did. But definitely brand new, just came out. This is for spring 2016. Some of the writers from Creepy and Eerie are now involved with this. So if you like Creepy and Eerie, definitely, if you can find this at Barnes & Noble, definitely check it out. You can find it online too as well at different comic outlets. Alright, then from the UK, this just came out within the last 2 weeks, and this is issue number 1 of Zombie. Yep, it's come to this. A magazine dedicated to the zombie genre, which I don't have a problem with it, but this has got a cool glow in the dark. I don't know if I can get it to glow or not. Let's see, hold on one sec. Not really working. Anyway, it's got a cool glow in the dark logo, the eyeball, the teeth. Pretty killer though. It covers every zombie film, gives their top 50 or top 20 or 25. It's got some cool art in it. Yeah, it's killer. I mean, it's worth the read. It covers everything from games to comic books to novels to you name it, it's in here. Like I said, this is issue number 1. I don't know if it's going to be a ongoing an ongoing magazine, I guess. I mean, by the looks of it, it says issue 1. So we'll see. I would imagine it's going to be like a quarterly, but pretty cool. Looks like a cool. This is, I don't know, 114 pages. Oversized magazine. Killer. I like that a lot. It's kind of neat. Then the brand new issue of Horror Hound is available now. It's doing the Addams Family retrospective in it, which I thought was cool. I was an Addams Family fan. Not Monsters more so than the Addams Family, but it has a killer section on. They do the Horror's Hallowed Grounds, and this issue is Nightmare on Elm Street 2, where they go back and match up the houses and take pictures of, take stills from then and now, and pretty killer. Nice music thing in here, cool Uncle Fester, Christopher Lloyd poster in the middle of it. Independent film spotlight, which I think is fantastic. Dedicated just to independent film. And what's coming up on Blu-ray. So definitely, this is my favorite horror magazine. I don't know what's going on with Fangoria. I'm a subscriber to Fangoria. I haven't gotten an issue in, I want to say almost 3 months, and I have not seen any new issues in any of the bookstores. I don't know. I know they take a month off here and there, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's not over, but you never know. And finally, and unfortunately, issue number 100 of Scary Monsters is now available. This is an oversized Bible, 178 pages of killer classic monster movie information, photos, just everything. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like, well, there's good news and bad news. Dennis, who's run this magazine for 25 years and 100 issues, is retiring. There was talk that this was going to be the last issue of Scary Monsters, and it still could be, all depending. But he claims in here that he found the right people to take it over, and says be on the lookout for issue 101 in the spring of 2016. But we'll see. I'll definitely check it out when it comes out. I just hope it's the same. I hope they don't change anything about this magazine. I don't know who's doing it, but this is a good, he's retiring. Dennis is retiring, so it's kind of bittersweet, man. I've been a fan of this magazine probably for 20 years. I don't know. It's just going to be a bummer if it ends. It's a bummer anyway because he's not going to be involved with it anymore. As far as writing, I mean, he writes pretty much, I don't know, a lot of this stuff. I mean, there is a lot of writers for this magazine as well. So, I mean, I guess they're not going to change, but, when change comes, I just hope they don't change the format or the paper and, how some magazines do that shit. I just hope they keep it the same. Like I said, I'm going to miss them. I buy not a lot, but I buy stuff from the back of this magazine all the time, direct from Dennis. Always a nice guy. Always writes a note in there. But so we'll see what happens. But this issue is fantastic. It covers probably the best of all the issues. It's not like a reprint by any means. It's all new articles, but man, there is some killer shit in here. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is probably one of my favorite articles in here. Man, it's awesome. It's an awesome magazine. Like I said, I've been reading it for years. This is one that I read pretty much cover to cover. I have a lot of issues of these. I don't have all 100, obviously, but I have quite a bit. Probably 70 issues, maybe 60, something like that. But Dennis, if you watch this, I don't know if you will, but I'll send you the link. We're gonna miss you. I hope it stays at least 80% of the same when the new writer takes over or the new publisher takes over. But we all know how that goes sometimes. So again, issue 100, the 25th anniversary issue of Scary Monsters, is now on book stands, newsstands, all that shit. Barnes & Noble carries it. So definitely check it out. Alright, well, that is it. I got a few things coming as far as old school stuff goes. I'm no toys though. Not that many toys to speak of. I kind of wait. I'm waiting on springtime. There's a few things coming out. It's horror stuff coming out over the next couple months. Couple new Jason figures and stuff like that. I'm kind of way behind on that stuff because they're just so expensive anymore. But that's it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Click that like button. Share this video if you like it. Send me a comment. Write me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll see everybody real soon. Alright, take it easy. Let's go spring. It's going to be 60 today. And then get cold again. So, what can you do? Anyway, take care everybody. And I'll see you all real soon. Peace. Hey, what's up guys? George back again to do episode 4 of Nerd Alert. This is where I review some movies, comic books, toys, all kinds of... Let's try that again. I forgot what I was going to say. What's up guys? Hey, what's up guys? George back again to do another episode of Nerd Alert. This is episode number 4. For February 2016. I'm going to be up... Fuck! What's up, guys? George back again to do another episode of Nerd Alert. This is episode number 4 for